Hey, this is Tom with Scooter Outfitters. Hey, it's Tom with Scooter Outfitters here, and we're going to do something today with one of these small 33cc pocket bikes. The one that we actually unveiled, unboxed. And we're going to show you a few things on here. Some of you folks that might be getting these in brand new need to watch for things when you unbox them. Now naturally, if you've got problems with them, you want to catch it right away. And so the thing for you to do is to, once you get it out of the box, be very careful. Don't break something and then say it was broken when you got it. Because these are well packaged. But it doesn't mean that something can't get cracked or broken from the factory. But I've told you before, when you take them out of the packaging, always make sure you don't go grabbing the front here. Don't be grabbing this this front fairing, whatever you want to call it, this front windshield on the pocket bike, and don't be grabbing things like this. But find your handling when taking out of the box. Back here on the back side of this pocket bike, you have a frame that is up underneath the bottom, and I'll show you that. If you'll notice right here, there's a frame that goes around this back. So if you want to lift it, you can actually lift it by this frame, and that'll make it a whole lot easier when you're taking it out of the box, or taking it wherever you're taking out of it, whether it's in a styrofoam molded casing. You want to make sure that you're careful. So you can grab the back here, but make sure you got the frame. Don't grab the plastic. There is some plastic hanging down here, but make sure that you grab it right here on the side. There's a good spot right here, and when you lift it, make sure you lift it by the frame. And up here in the front, where you see the front handlebars here, there's a good spot right here to grab it. And grab it there and grab it back here. And when you do, you'll find that you're able to lift it without breaking anything. So you got to be careful. And so that's one of the things you need to pay attention to when you do get it. And when you unbox it, you look at it real good. See if you got any problems with it. See if there's any cracks and things like this. Now, when I took this out of the box, I was careful. It was on video. You could see when I took it out of the box. But it has a small issue. And right here, you got to watch. Right here, if you'll notice, there's a crack. The rear fender is cracked. Now, it could be from the over-tightening of the screws from the factory. Okay, so you got to watch things like this, because they can get in a hurry and tighten that stuff. And when they do, they tend to crack. This is very thin plastic, so it's not that hard to break. But these were over tightened from the factory. That's evident. And so I'm going to have to get a replacement for that before I can sell it. I'm not selling it like that. Because I mean, unless I discounted it, but I think people, when they want it, they give it to them put together like it's supposed to be. But those are things you need to watch for. So when you get it out of the box, make sure that you have it where you can look at it and make sure there's nothing wrong with it. We still haven't put the handlebars and tightened them yet. It's still all here. The tires are flat, so you will need an air pump. At least these tires are flat. There's very little air in them at all. So what we'll do, I'll take you through and I'll show you how to put the air in them, how much air to put in this section here. This is basically just an overall look at your scooter when you get it. Now the next video that I will do will be on mixing your gas, and or maybe I'll do it in this video. If you stay with me long enough, I'll show you on your proper way to mix your gas. You can mix your oil and gas too thick. The thing that I've found through the years, the problem that you have with that is you have fouled plugs, and you'll build up oil on them plugs, and it won't fire. So if you find yourself pulling that a lot and it won't crank, pull the plug and clean it. That's normally where you'll find it. Or your oil is so thick it's just hard to fire. There's one thing you need to understand: it's not the oil that fires, it's the gas. And you mix the oil with the gas. That's going to be your lubrication for your motor. And if you don't mix the oil with the gas and you just run straight gas in these two-stroke motors, you're going to burn them up. And it won't take long. And I'll guarantee you what you're going to have. You're going to have a problem. And don't go around saying what happened, because you know that if you don't put oil in this thing, that and I'm talking about in the gas, if that motor don't have that lubrication, it's going to build friction really quick, and it's going to seize, and you might as well throw the motor away, because for what I would charge you to rebuild that motor, you might as well go ahead and it'd be cheaper to buy one. They're so inexpensive, so that'd be the cheapest way to go. But for you that are out there and are looking to make sure that you get your bike up and running, maintenance is very important. Because when your buddies are out there and they're going, come on, come on, come on, and you guys are going to go pocket bike riding or dirt bike riding or whatever it might be, and you haven't maintained your scooter well, or your pocket bike or dirt bike or whatever it is, you haven't maintained it well, you know what you're going to have? You're going to have a very, very bad day. They're going to leave you at home with something broken down, because they ain't going to stick around and fix it. Not when they're all geared up. They're all geared up, and all they want to do is get out there and ride. That's what they want to do. They want to ride. And so they ain't going to wait on you, especially if you let the motor freeze up, or if you don't oil your chain, you don't make sure the chain stays tight. Now, it's very simple. I'll show you how to tension tighten the chain also, because everything you do on this, you want to maintain your maintenance, and you want to be up and running. So when the guys come by and say, hey man, let's go riding, you can jump on it, crank it up, and go riding and enjoy the day. But the thing that'll mess up your whole day, don't maintain your scooter or your four-wheeler or your dirt bike or whatever it is. So these little two-stroke motors require attention. And the thing you want to watch for here is you want to make sure that you look at your pocket bike real well when you unbox it, because if you don't catch something, and if you go out and break this and then go around and try to tell the person you bought it from that, oh man, when I got it, it was broke. Well, if you've had it 10 days, you should have told them 10 days ago that something was broke on it. Don't tell them 10 days down the line and then say, oh wow, I found something broke on it. Well, yeah, you probably broke it. So, and that's what they're going to think. They're going to think you broke it, and now you're trying to get a free part. This is why you need to inspect your scooter, your four-wheeler, your dirt bike, whatever it is. You need to inspect it when you take it out of the box. And when you take it out of the box, be careful, because you can break it, and then that just ruins everything, because then you go, oh man, it's brand new and I broke it already. So, all right. So remember, look for those things. Remember, this is one little area that I found that needs to be replaced, so I'll get another fender for it. You've got your brakes. You can do your brake adjustments down here, and that's one thing we'll go through. We'll go through brake adjustments, making sure that they're tight, making sure that they're adjusted right. This video is basically as right as they can. Some of you who haven't got your pocket bike yet, and for you that have gotten your pocket bike and haven't been maintaining it, need to get out there and get it cleaned up. Look, putting soap and water on it, or some wax, and cleaning it up, making it look pretty, don't make it run. Maintaining that heart, right there. It's just like heart patients. You know what they got to do? They got to take care of the body and take care of the heart, maintaining it. And what do? Well, they stay on top of everything and make sure the body and the heart get the right things to make it run. And so that's the same here. We just got to make sure that everything here, everything we've got here, is going to run. And look at maintaining. You see up here? Here we go. We got another crack. See the crack right here? There's a crack right there. And you notice all the cracks are where the screws are. It's cowling. So I'll look at the cowling on both sides. Make sure. Here's your tool pack. But make sure here, make sure all this isn't cracked. And after inspecting it, so I found problems. All right, and it was just a cracked fender. That's it, just a cracked fender. I haven't put gas in it. Find out if it even runs. I don't know yet. But we'll find out. And but if you haven't been keeping the maintenance up on your scooter, what you need to do is make sure that you go through it. So make sure you feet don't touch the exhaust pipe. And look at the front fender. So we'll look at the front fender. As we look at the front fender, we'll notice there's no brakes. I'm talking about breakage. I'm talking about brakes. Lift these handlebars up, out of the way. And look at the other side. See if there's any breakage. But that's another thing you need to check too. Check your spark plug. Make sure your spark plug's tight. Make sure your spark plug connection is tight. I'm just trying to go through some things for you to look at, because I know when you get it, first thing you want to do is pull it out of there, pull it out of the box, throw gas in it, and take off. And that ain't the way to do it. You need to look at it, inspect it, because if you got a problem with it, catch it beforehand. So I'm looking at the rest of this. The rest of it looks okay. Check your fuel line. Check your fuel line. Make sure it's attached good. Brake cables, all this, and all of that looks fine. All of that looks fine. But what I'm going to do now is, now that I've looked, and look, if there's something that I overlooked that you looked for, leave it in the comments, and give me a heads up, not a thumbs up, but a heads up on something you know that I should have looked for. Now, I haven't put gas in it, I haven't cranked it up. There's other things to look for once you do that. But up here on top, you got where you put your gas, right here. And I've already went through that and checked that, and it's good. The gas tank is clean. You want to make sure that you don't have trash in the gas tank when you start to put your gas in there. Put your gas in there and you got trash in there, you got a trashy tank. And make sure that you maintain a clean tank. I know it's hard when you mix oil and gas, but make sure you maintain a clean tank. Keep dirt out of it. Air filter. Make sure you keep your air filter clean. There's nothing like sucking sand and everything up inside. Bottom line that I'm trying to tell you here is look at your scooter when you get it. Don't look at how pretty it is, and what a pretty blue that is. Oh, look at that. Ooh, that chrome's so shiny. So what? That's great, because you can show it off to your friends, man. But you know what? Your friends will be more impressed? It's when that thing runs good, and you've been maintaining yours, and it's got good gas in it, properly mixed gas. It's got a good clean spark plug, and when you hit that throttle, man, you are gonna take off. And if they ain't been maintaining theirs, you're gonna leave them in the dust. So a well-maintained engine and bike, proper air pressure in the tires, all of that amounts to a good day of riding. So let's take a minute and let's put some air in these tires. Let's see what the air pressure is for this scooter. Now, I don't know the air pressure for these tires. We'll have to look. So let's look together. Hold on, and let me get my glasses on so I can see. Your tire pressure is 28 to 30 psi. All right. So when you get your gauge out, make sure it's 28 to 30. Don't put 50 in there. Don't put 40. Don't put 38 or 32 or 36. Just put it anywhere from 20. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to find our valve stem, take off the cap. Very simple. Don't lose it. Some of y'all set that in the dirt or down on the pavement. You won't even know where in the world it went. And so what we're going to do here, we're going to attach our air hose to it. Now if you'll notice how much pressure is in here. There's no pressure in this at all. So we will had a loose connection. So we're going to look at this. So where are we at? So we can actually be anywhere from 28 to 30. All right? All right, we're right at 30. All right? Now what's going to happen, we may have lost just a little bit, but we didn't lose enough. Make sure you put that cap back on there. Now if you'll notice on the back of these caps, right here, if you look real close, I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go, maybe you can see that. I ain't got the best cameras, but it's got a valve stem remover. So if you have to remove the valve stem, you just pop it on there and twist it out. You shouldn't have to do that anytime soon unless you get a flat tire. You have to remove the tire. By the way it looks, these are not tubeless tires. These have tubes in them. So we've got 30 psi in here, and you notice that when I had showed you and stopped with the pressure, it didn't leak down. Now I wouldn't trust my handy dandy little thing here, but it's possible to leak. But let's go over here to the next one. You say, now how in the world are we going to get to that one? I mean, that looks like it's going to be a little tough. Well, that's why you need to spin the tires. And I know you'll do enough of that when you get on it and start riding it. You'll be wanting to see how you can smoke them tires. But we'll reach up in here, take the valves, take the stem cap off. You'll notice this one doesn't have a valve stem remover because you got one on the front. You don't need two. Both the valve stems are the same. All right. What you might have to do, you might have to go around the back side here and push the valve stem down just a little bit to get your air hose on it. Unless, nope, there's no way around it. You're going to have to do it that way. Or depending on what kind of setup you have. Now back once again, if you'll notice, it has no air in it. So we're looking right there at close. All right, we need to let a little bit out. There we go. So we're looking about 30. All right, and that's what we want. And sometimes you can move your valve stem a little bit and make sure you don't have a leak in there. Sometimes I've found that some of these inner tubes are dry rotted or have a factory mess up. And if you move that valve stem, it'll go tss, 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 tss. And a lot of times that's with those self-sealing tires, those tubeless tires. So I don't see that problem here with the tubes in the tires. So now we know that what we have here, we have our tires are properly inflated. All right. Now you know that you're not going to have to worry about going down the road and having your tire go flat, or you're not going to have to worry about going down the road. That's what we need to do. We need to put these handlebars on there. So the next time, what we'll do, we'll put gas in it and crank it up, and maybe we'll take it for a test pen. Next time we'll take it for a test spin. All right. All right. Let's tighten these handlebars up. Show you how to do that. Now what we got here, we're going to take this let's see if I can find a good spot to get this in. We're going to pull this up, find exactly where you want these at. It's kind of a angle here. This handlebar to be where we can get the full turn out of it. All right. We don't know if that's full turn. That could be the handlebar messing us up. Nope. Okay, that's the full turn. All right. So it is all the way turned. So now we want to see where we need to adjust this handlebar. So we'll bring this all the way up. But remember, you're turned all the way to the left. So, all right. Right about there. Now, we'll take this little handy dandy wrench they sent here with it. Get it where we want it, and we tighten it down. I know a lot of y'all be bumping that wrench against that tank, and then you be putting scratches on it going, yeah, I got scratched up. All right. I don't know what that popping is, but let's go around there and look. Let's see what we did. Oh, okay, that's just a handlebar. So. Okay. We have our. That's normally the front rig. The other side. We'll go over here to the other side and tighten the other one. Be careful when you come across around here because you could scratch that tank. You just pull it away from the tank a little bit here. Okay, now these handlebars might need to go out a little more. Go down a little more. Okay. So you might have to be putting it like that. If you're going to get your turning, you want to be able to hold that. But if you get it too much, too far up there, you're going to be hitting your windshield. So you can't get it too far out. So you have to bring it back. All right. Now we can tighten these down the rest of the way. Well, that's all I got to show you today as far as the basic overview of checking out your pocket bike when you first get it. Next time, our next video will be on putting gas in it properly mixed. So remember, whenever you mix your fuel, first 5 tanks that goes through that bike will be 25 to 1. Then after that, you just mix it 50 to 1 and keep running it like that for now on. So remember, you've got that breaking in period on that pocket bike. So don't forget, but you've got the manual. Remember, when all else fails, read the instruction manual. Ain't that right, Dad? Did like you were going to put the grill together and found out there were bolts left over? Or there were bolts missing because you put them where they shouldn't have been? Anyways, this is Tom, Scooter Outfitters. And, hey, stick around, like and subscribe. And we'll try to bring you some maintenance videos, because the next time we're going to probably put the gas in it and run it, but we're also going to make sure that we've got our brakes properly adjusted, because when you start running this thing, you better have brakes. So anyways, Tom, Scooter Outfitters, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, please. There got to be something about it you liked. So anyways, find something in this video you liked and give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And y'all have a blessed day.